For getting my previous video to over 100 likes. Didn't expect it, but it's wonderfully received. More views than I thought that I would get on it. So without further ado, because I know people like to get straight into it, here we go, Jordan van den Berg again. And what we're going to do here is we're going to see him. So shaded up to us. So he went from one tech, which is to the gap of the centre, over the centre, and he's going to the guard. As the guard tries to, you see him, the guard's dipping his head because he's used to him being underneath him. Grabs, that's a big hold there. For me, that's a hold. But I love the way Jordan van den Berg basically splits the double team. Look at him trying to work to get in the backfield. I mean, fortunately, the edge defender does well, crashes inside the running back. It's a bit of a show there. QB does well in keeping it. He goes to the edge. And he's already diving down because he just doesn't want to take the contact. But Jordan van den Berg, you can see how much he's being held. Just tries to work through the contact. He's just 100% effort, 100% of the time. Great start. JVDB, the White Rhino. Here we go again. It's not a race thing. It's just White Rhinos are rare in Africa. And so is Jordan van den Berg. One tech. So we're getting the pulling guard and getting the tight end going across the motion there. Centre obviously blocking down on it to him, but what we need to do is get across the face of this. So you see him working to get leverage with his left arm on the right hand side of the body of the centre there. Look at him working away into. See, he's got his body now into the gap between centre and guard, the A gap. Working, gets his hands free. Very nearly gets in on the tackle. Being held there. Working the hands off. Excellent work from Jordan van den Berg. From recognising basically the centre blocking down to him straight away, work across into the gap, the A gap, the other side, does his job fantastically well. Running back does a good job to actually get through that gap, but great work by Jordan van den Berg. I keep saying great work, I'm going to try and stop it. This time we're going outside shade of the guard, so it's almost a 3 tech. Let's see what he does on this play. Obviously, again, in terms of look at what we're kind of showing, although it's in shotgun, it is showing sort of more run motion. What does that tell us? Do we see a shift in the D line? No shift in the D line. The end comes in slightly, which means outside gap there. Responsibility is the outside linebacker. Jordan van den Berg. It looks like a stunt because we've got a double slant from the tackles, but he's got a long way to go to the centre there. And the centre's coming towards. What we want to do is see him again fight across the body. Again, centre and guard showing Jordan van den Berg a lot of respect. Look at him, he goes down slightly, but look at him just work with just brute strength to get through the gap on the double team. Again, the way he plays a double is fantastic. It's just incredible strength not to go down in that position, but to work through. Yeah, it's not an impact play. It just shows you that he's got incredible strength to be able to stay on his feet and into the backfield, keep working all the time. So as we've seen from JVDB and Georgia Tech, it always tends to be sort of a 2 or a shade of a 2, not so much a 1 and 3 tech as we see. So here we've got an inside shade 2 and an outside shade 2, which is on the guard. Again, do we get a stunt? No, this time we're sort of playing gap neutral, trying to split the gap. Work both the centre and the guard there, guard and tackle, who both come down to Jordan van den Berg, doubling. As soon as the tackle comes off, look at him work the gap. So tackle's hand comes off, sees the opportunity, swats down the hand of 64 there. See him just swat that hand down with his outside hand, gets the arm bar across, turns his shoulders, look at him ripping through, pursue the QB, and nearly get there. Nearly only gets you so far though, so let's see what we're going to get from Jordan the rest of the way. Again, in terms of the alignment from North Carolina State, you see sort of a tight end on the line, 11 personnel, which means they've got 3 wide receivers out. Halfback looking to the edge, pass protection. Again, look at the get off by Jordan van den Berg. That outside hezzy step, that left foot plant, right foot straight towards the direction that you want to go. My apologies. Straight towards the direction you want to go. So working from the outside of the guard. So this is more of a real 3 tech, even a 5i if you want. But going into there, making contact, look at him working, getting underneath, working the hands, working the body position, look at the angle. Again, constant motor, he just doesn't give anyone an easy block ever. I mean, it's quite handsy really, he's quite clearly holding onto his jersey, but he's not going to get called for that. But Jordan van den Berg doesn't give you a moment's peace. Centre does well in picking that up off the guard exchange. But again, it's just constant work ethic that we want to see. Going to let this one roll a little bit. So really this is a 5 technique, so you head up over the tackle. So we're a long way out for Jordan van den Berg here. Nothing A gap at all other than this linebacker over the centre. So it's quite a wide formation. I'd expect some sort of stunt or loop. Again, with Jordan, what I'd like is no full step. It's left foot, so his right foot forward, left foot's the first one forward, working into gap, wide step on that second one. Look at him swat the outside hand of the guard down, chop it down, dip and rip through. It's good extension there by the guard. Gets a really good shove on him, so he does well. But then again, it's non-stop motion. We're going to see him accelerate, dip, get underneath, and get pressure on the QB. He does get the ball off to his check down, just literally flips it over the top. Does well. But Jordan van den Berg again at full speed of the rush, constant motor, getting in the backfield quickly. On to the next one. Again, much heavier set. This time we've got 2 tight ends, so 12 personnel. More of a traditional one tech sort of inside shade 2 if you want. Motioning across to make it really strong on their left, their defensive left, which is the offense's right. No movement from the D-line at all. Working the guard and the tackle into the gap. As he gets singled to one, recognises it's not going to be sort of a check down or a run. Again, look at that strength to torque. As a QB thinks about going to the outside, you see Jordan torque his man off the outside there. QB comes back the other way. Jordan turns into pursuit, and we get a flag for a hold, I believe. I think, yeah, it's the centre gets a big hold on number 7 there. But Jordan van den Berg in support, chasing it down, gets hands on the QB. Straight into the next play. Motion comes in, so you get like a wing. So it's a traditional, what you'd call a traditional counter. So everyone's blocking gap down, and then you're going to get a pull, and possibly even a third. But I suspect that's going to be blocking the edge, and you're going to get a pull and a pull. So counter gap is what you would call that. Again, Jordan slanting to the outside. So you see the whole D-line, the 3 of the ones with the hand in the ground, well, 2 of them with hand in the ground, are all slanting. Sees the guard and tackle go, gets back inside, and again it's about sort of chase, turn and pursuit. But it's his speed of recognition is the bit that I'm interested in here. Watches the guard and tackle go, knows that he's got to flatten and get back this way, which is exactly what he does in the play. It's exactly what you want to see him do. Into the goal line, we're a head up nose tackle this time. Again, instantly, you see an attempt to block down. They're doing sort of like an inside trap here. But the centre and guard can't go anywhere. Pushing him to the ground, just making an absolute chaos of this hole. But it's the speed of recognition to work across. As he sees centre taking a zone step right, guard taking the zone step right, so you've got to go left and mirror them. Try and get as many bodies as you possibly can. 3's a pretty good job. Gets pushed in the back. Goes to ground. Yes, he goes to ground. But he's basically destroying this gap, which the QB is trying to go straight through that gap. Because he's zoned with them, QB's going to try and cut back, and we've got bodies there to stop them before the goal line. Gonna let it run. There's Jordan again, just to highlight. Sort of outside shade 2 again. So immediately we're getting guard and tackle, kind of zoning to that side. Jordan, obviously, what we're getting here is essentially it's a twist. So what we're getting is that with this around the back. So it kind of really works against him, but again, it's about the speed that he flattens pursuit. Look at the speed of the flatten and pursuit here. Oh, go. Chase it down, get in on the tackle from the back. Awesome. That's as one tech gets. 11 personnel again. Again, it's the speed that he recognises guard coming towards him, and look at him working across the centre, in through the gap already. Yes, the halfback's going that way. Could it be a screen potentially that way? Don't know. But anyway, we're getting a slant from the D line from the end of the tackle. Watch him work back towards. It's another hold by the centre, the other side. But the speed at which this happens. Flatten, go back towards QB, chase it down, and then keep working, still jogging downfield. Good effort. So slightly outside shade over the guard, who's their best O-lineman that we've seen so far. What I like about this is the recognition that tackle comes towards him. So you've got A gap, B gap, C gap. Looks like Jordan's got B gap responsibility. Could be a possible 2 gap situation. But as the tackle comes and knocks him out of the B gap, look at him working back towards, can't get off that, can't split them and work through. So what does he do? Spins, stays in the play, and gets in on the tackle. So full speed. There you go, work, get blocked down, spin, get off, get in on the tackle. One tech again, heavier set again. Working back to nose, so it's just a shaded nose. So A gap responsibility. Guard blocks down, trying to get him out of the A gap, which is here. Look at him recognise, get back into the A gap, which is his responsibility. So yes, he doesn't make the tackle, but we're seeing him get back to his responsibility, which is the A gap. So it's about the recognition, get underneath the centre, great stuff. Guard gets him out of the hole, gets back into the A gap. Running back's got to go elsewhere. That's all you want your defensive tackle to do. I think Jordan feels he's being held there. I'm no expert on the rules, but that looks like it could potentially be a hold. Just 2 more plays to go. If you like what you've seen so far and you're still with me, put who you think is going to be the best of our draft picks this year in the video in the comments if you could. I'd really appreciate that engagement, showing me that you've stayed to the end. So a real 3 tech here, 3 tech snap. Again, working the outside, so it's a twist this time. So we're going to get this D tackle's going to go there, going to twist around the back. It's just working a stunt up the middle. So can he work the stunt? He's the trailer, so that's the first man across. You kind of want to go around the back of this, ideally around the guard. Guard sees it very well. He's a good player actually, 79. Sees it really quickly, working against centre and guard. Look at him keep working working all the time. And then as soon as the QB runs, look at the pursuit from the big man. Good effort. Last play of the video, we've got Xavier Thomas coming up next. So if you want to see Xavier Thomas, put Xavier Thomas in the comments. Show me you're at the very last play, here to the bitter end. 2 tech again. Again, we see them blocking down towards him. Again, he's zoning across it. Look at him get his head up. Work his gap to the C gap, so he's going actually from A and B gap responsibility all the way over to C gap inside the tackle. Now he needs to work upfield, so you want to see him work this way, which he does. In on the tackle for loss. Just really good work. Watch it at full speed, how quickly he gets through into the backfield. 3.5 yard loss. Great way to finish.